Hello, everyone, and today is Monday. This is Art 2, and I'm excited to see your artwork, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it's going to come out. We really want today is to get started with a piece. This is going to be due on Friday. You're not going to have time this week to do a full, just do the sketch and then do the project. We're going to just go ahead and get the project finished, and it'll be due by Friday. Okay, so let's talk about this. You're going to learn about scale and proportion. So scale means some pieces are going to be big and some pieces are going to be small. We're going to look at scale in relationship to art. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you and show you an example of this project so you can see what we're going to do. All right, so let's look at this piece that we're going to be working on. So this is not it. Hold on. All right, so let's look at this particular work. Now, if you look here, this is an example of the project. First thing you're going to do is you're going to start off with the box, okay? That little rectangular section, you can move it over here. It can be, it needs to be off-centered, okay? So it needs to be off-centered, as you can see here. And I'm going to try to show you an example of how you can kind of set up your project, okay? All right, so let's look here. So we're going to start out with the off-centered. I'm just going to put that square here, okay? Now, you need to make sure that your lines around that square is, some lines are going to be thin in this composition and some lines are going to be thick. So this is an example here of how I'm going to have these lines here. Okay, now let's look at our image here, okay? Now we're going to add another line and kind of separate these sections and put this behind, put these lines behind the square. Okay, so I'm going to do some really thick. I want these lines to be kind of thick for this particular one. So I'm just going to draw a line here, and for this is for a section, making sure it's even, and I need to make sure it's black. All right, let's see. First thing I'm gonna do, let's put a line going up first so we can divide our sections. Okay. Now I'm going to do also, I want this line to be a little bit thicker. So I want to try to, I'm gonna do 100 for this one. But I'm just gonna divide this again. I'm just gonna put, I'm gonna delete that. Let's put it right here. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this and I'm gonna go straight down. Okay. But you see, I'm just using my hand to do this. Now I'm going to have a thinner line that's going to divide up my sections as well. So I'm just going to put another line, I would say off center. So I'm going to put it right here. Okay. A thinner line. And I'm going to put another line off center here. And let's break this space up too. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. That's what you should have, at least a minimum of 6. In one of these sections, if you look at the example, in one of these sections, it's going to be a little bit bigger. Now, you're going to have a head view of the insect. You're going to have a body view up close on one section, looking down at the insect here and looking to the side of the insects here, a small version and a large version, okay? So let's look at some more examples. Okay, now these people decided to step beyond what I said, and you see here they put designs in the background, like they just put some designs in that negative space. So you can really break up that space so that it really looks good. You're going to use only one colored pencil, color or what you probably this one might have two, but use one color pencil tone to and shading in pencil to get this done. Okay. You want to have shading on this inset so you can look at it from different angles. You can add designs like this student did here. This is all student work. Now, this one right here, you can see they did a diamond shape, so it's different. They have at least 2 colors. So if you need to add an extra color, that's fine. They did a little bit of green and red because they're opposites. You see you looking down, you're looking at the side, you're looking at it on an actual plant. So if you want to do that, you can. And you're looking at it here up close. This is the head view. And then they put it on top. So that made it look like the scale was different. Really interesting way that they completed that composition. Look at this one. This one is interesting too. They did this one from the side view. The wings, they focus on one part. They put the environment behind here, which is interesting. So think about how you can break up your space. It's up to you. These are some perfect examples of how you can complete the project. Okay. So what I want you to do today is just want to make sure that we're following along. What I want you to do today is you are going to start sketching out your idea for your project. It is due on Friday. Go ahead and get started sketching out what you're going to do and work on your final piece for this. Okay. Now, tomorrow you are going to upload a sketch of the of how your piece is going to look, or you can go ahead and upload your progress on your piece. That's fine. But today you're going to actually go in the book. We're going to learn about scale and proportion, as you can see here. So you're going to understand what the golden mean is, and we're going to learn. This is on page 250, chapter 10 on page 256. Cezanne and Pablo Picasso mastered that. Proportion basically is the principal art concerned with the size relationship of one part to another. You're going to read this chapter, look at how they broke up that space, look at proportion and what it looks like. What you're going to do is you're going to learn about scale, okay? And what you then once you get all the way down to the end of the chapter, after you read this chapter, okay, it talks about facial proportion as well. You can see the check your understanding. Okay, you don't have to do that, but I do want you to go all the way to page, and it's gonna come up in a second. Okay, so we're gonna keep scrolling, keep strolling. So you're gonna do the chapter review, and that's coming up in a second. Okay, so chapter review is on page 285. You're going to complete the building vocabulary, the review on artifacts. Okay, so you have 11 questions that you need to upload today. These are the questions. Okay, so you don't forget to upload those questions and start your project. And I will be checking your progress on this every day. So you need to complete this work here and upload this particular work. Start your project today. It is due Friday. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So you will answer questions 1 through 11, upload those, and your project is due on Friday. So make sure if you have any questions, if you need a Zoom session with me, we can schedule one so I can kind of break it down a little bit more so you can understand how to do the project. But this is a scale. So you're going to look at an insect from a different angles and basically create a work of art using shading. And remember, you can use at least 2 color pencils if needed in the body of the insect. Okay. Thank you.